Hey guys, it's Amity, and today I have another tier list for you all. This time it is all of the new Gen 9 Pokemon, so all of the new Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. I figured now that I'm far enough through this game that I'm not worried about spoilers, it's actually time that I give my thoughts on some of these. So I'm going to try and run through them fairly quickly because as you can see there's quite a few of them. But this one looks good. It's got like all the different forms of the Pokemon in here, all the Paradox Pokemon, all that jazz. So let's just go ahead and get started into it, I guess. As always, this is just my opinion. Feel free to have your own opinion. No hate if I say that I like a Pokemon that you don't, or I don't like a Pokemon that you do. Whatever, it's all personal preference. So with that being said, let's get started with the Tauros forms. So we've got, I believe this is the standard one, the fire form and the water form. These guys, I think are kind of cool actually. I much prefer the fire and water forms. The water form especially, I like how its tail is like a propeller. However, the fact that I constantly get charged by them in the games kind of makes me hate them a bit more. So I'm gonna give, I think, the normal one a C tier, and then the other two Bs. Like, they're good. I've never been a big fan of Tauros anyway. Paldean Wooper. I love Wooper as a Pokemon so much, so he immediately... Oh, I don't know actually. He's kind of just Wooper but a different color, but I love him. I'll give him an A. I think he's nice. Sprigatito, the starters. Sprigatito is my choice. I love cats. I think they're adorable. Sprigatito is going to get an A. And then Florigato, I think, was its evolution. I actually really like the design of Florigato. Do I like it better than Sprigatito? I think I like it about the same. And then Meowscarada I really enjoy as well. It kind of gives me Delphox vibes, and I was a big fan of the Fennekin line back in X and Y. I like them all equally. I think they're all going to go in A. Fuecoco, of course, has to go in A. His dumb little face. I love him. The middle stage. I don't remember what the middle stage's name is. But I think he's really dumb. I don't like him, so he's going in C. And then Skeledirge. I was not really a big fan of the design at first. I think it looks a little too machinery. But its cry is really cool, so I think I'm going to put him in B for that. Quaxley, I was never a big fan of. I didn't mind him though. Not as good as the other two. The middle stage, I hate it. I think it's disgusting. Quaxaquavel, I don't mind the design of. My issue with Quaxaquavel comes from his idle animation, the like little dance that he does. I don't like that. So, into C he goes. Lechonk, I think everyone overreacted a little bit on. The Pokemon design itself, I'm not a giant fan of. It's alright. He can go in B. I think people just liked him because his name was funny. I don't know. I think he's nice. I did find a shiny of him, so that redeems him a little bit. And then the Oinkerling forms. I'm pretty sure this one's the male, if I remember correctly. He can go in C. I like the female a little better. I can go beside Lechonk. Dunsparce. I am very glad that Dunsparce finally got an evolution. I just think his evolution is really boring. They didn't include the different segment forms on here, but there's one that's like super long, and then the other one that's just one extra segment. He can go in C, I think. It's alright. I just think it's a bit boring. Tarantula. I don't really do bugs. I'm okay with spiders. I think he's kind of cool how he like hangs in the trees and stuff. I think it's a solid middle tier early game bug type. Spidops or Spidops or whatever, however, I fucking hate. That's a D tier. It creeps me the hell out. Nimble is actually, I think, in my top 5 favorite bug types now. I really, really like the Nimble line. I'm gonna give him an A, and then put his evolution, which I don't remember the name of, I know it starts with an L, in S, as our first S tier. I think it's so fucking cool. And then I believe this is Relor, the dung beetle Pokemon. Its face is kind of creepy. I don't like it. Its evolution can go alongside it. I think they look kind of weird. Griefard, obviously little ghost pupper. He's good. I like him. Houndstone, however, I wasn't a giant fan of at first, but Houndstone carried me through the game. He is so powerful. Flittle is okay. Probably like B. But its evolution, I don't know, I'm not a giant fan of, I think, as everyone else is. It does look a little bit like Lady Gaga. I have been seeing people say that. But yeah, it's just okay for me. And then Farigiraf, I really like. I'm glad Girafarig finally got some love as well. I like how tall it is. I like how long it is, how the chain chomp is sort of at its head now. Where do I put it? Yeah, it can go in B. It's good. I like it. Wiglet, that's a C. He's okay. The novelty of it's fun. But Wug Trio is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. They figured out a way to make it look more phallic, and turning it pink did not help. And then this thing, the giant, like, titan fish that I don't remember its name, I think is also kind of ugly and is too big for its own good. He can go in C. And then Veluza, or whatever it is, the like steel Aracuda, I really fucking love. As annoying as they are, I think it's one of the coolest designs ever. And I really wanted to use one on my team, but by the time I got around to it, it was late game, and I didn't have room for a water type, sadly. And then Finizen, I believe its name is, the little dolphin. I'm really glad that we finally got a dolphin Pokemon. I think it's really cute. It just sucks that it evolves by Union Circle. That's really unfortunate for people who don't have access to online or maybe other people to play with. So Palafin is going down a rank because of that. And also the only difference is that it has a heart on its chest now because of like friendship. Stupid. And then the hero form is disgusting. That goes in D. Smoliv is the best boy. He goes in A. He's my favorite. I love him. Then his evolutions, I do not remember the name of, but I actually think they're kind of cool. I'm gonna put them in B and C respectively. I like them less as they go on, but I think that they're actually really cool. Capsicid, I don't really like. It can go in B. It's okay. It's very, very tiny. But Scovillain, I freaked out when I saw it. It is so cool. I think it's the first grass fire type we've got ever. And I really like the concept of it, and like the peppers and stuff. I think his design is awesome. Tadbulb is okay. I like him. I think B as well. All the little ones are going in B. Bellibolt, I would like if it wasn't for its fake eyes. Demoted to C. Cyclizar can go in C. I think it's a really cool standalone design. But the fact that like it doesn't evolve and like it's probably the present day form of the legendaries, I don't know. I feel like they just could have done more with it. Varoom I think is stupid. Revaroom is also stupid. They're just it's the car for the Team Star people. And then the Titan Worm, D, hate it. It's so ugly. Its face is stupid. I don't like that its legs are by its head. I don't like the little shimmy scurry it does. It makes me uncomfortable. And then this thing, the mice, are boring. There we go. And then the family, so it can evolve into either the one with just one child or one with two children. They're cute. I think the two children one's a little cuter, but they're just, it's the same thing as the Dunsparce. It's just kind of boring. Satoddle, I actually think is really cute. Satoddle can go in B. Titan gets knocked down a rung because of its weird squiggly mouth. It's okay. Frigabax is really ugly. C. Now, Arctobax is the reason I caught a Frigabax to begin with, because it looks like a little, like, Velociraptor or a Spinosaurus, and I love that. A tier. And then Baxcalibur, the pseudo-legendary. I had one on my final team. He's really fucking cool. I don't like him as much as Arctobax, but I really love the design, and like the saw blade thing on its back is really cool. The Tatsugiri fish. I like the orange one a little more, so you can go in B. But the others are gonna go in C. I don't understand why it's a dragon type, and they're small and kind of unassuming. Poor me. I was actually more excited about in the original trailer than I was Lechonk. Poor me was the one I was rooting for. I thought it could have been really cool. I like Poor me. It's adorable. Its evolution, I believe Poor Mo comes next, is just Poor me standing up. So that's boring. Nope, get over there. And then Pormot, its final evolution. I like his hair, but it's just the standing up version with hair. So again, I think could have been better. Wattrel, I think is actually a very cute early game bird. I kind of want to put him in A, actually. Gives me the same vibes as Poor me. And then Killer Wattrel immediately gets an S. I also used one on my final team, and it kind of slapped. Like, Killer Wattrel's a very, very good Pokemon. And I think its design is really sleek. I like the purple shiny. It's very pretty. Bombardier, or Bombardier. I like the concept. It's like the stork delivering a baby kind of thing. It was kind of an underwhelming Titan Pokemon. And I've just never been a fan of like the standalone Pokemon, the ones that don't evolve. But he's okay. I'll put him in B. The Squawkabillies are probably the most boring bird Pokemon we've ever got. They gave him different colors to make him just more exciting. They can all go in D, I think. And then Flamigo. Actually, Flamigo might be the most boring bird Pokemon. Again, we finally got a Flamingo Pokemon, and it's just literally a Flamingo with no special design attributes. It doesn't evolve. Nothing. D. Clorf, I like, but I don't like him enough to feel anything, so C. Knackley, I think is a good rock type. I think it's cute with the little salt. That can go in A. And then Knackles, was it Knacklestack? Knacklestackle or something? I also really like. I think that's cute. It was very Minecraft-like. Looks like a little Minecraft sheep. Garganical, I did find a shiny of. I think Garganical is okay. But its head bits, I think, stick out a little bit too far, and it looks a bit weird from some angles. This thing, the little flower sperm, no. And then the champion's bigger flower sperm, also no. Shroodle, I like purely for his name, so he gets a B. And then Graffiti or Graffiti? Graffiti. I thought it was alright. Yeah, the concept's there. He's okay. And then Fido, of course, everyone was freaking out about Fido, and I think for valid reason. He's adorable. He's a little bun dog. A. But Doxburn? S. I love Doxburn. I think it's so cute. The like Dachshund Pokemon, and it's got the like knotted back and the little swirly ears, and he's baked now. It's so cute. Mastiff, I didn't mind. I'm going A. I thought its dex entry was kind of sad. Like, it tries to be scary, but everyone just thinks it's funny. And then Mabostiff, don't super like the design, so it's going in B. But I do like how it was involved in Arven's story. No spoilers. I thought that was really sweet. And then the Tumbleweed Pokemon. I like the first evolution. I don't quite remember what its name is. I know it starts with a B. And he's gonna go in B, I think. I like it. But the other evolution I was hoping would be really cool. But it's the same thing, just with eyes in the middle, and I think the eyes look fucking creepy. Gimmighoul. The chest form is okay. The normal form is okay. The 1000th Pokemon is this. I call it the Bega String Cheese mascot. And it's going in D. I hate it with a fiery burning passion. We'll come back to the post-game Pokemon. And we've got... what was its name? Tinkatink, that's right. I like the Tinkatink line. I think it's really cool. Where does Tinkatink go? I think Tinkatink can go in B along with Tinkertuff. And then Tinkaton, I think, deserves an A. I also had one on my team. And it was very, very good. Gigaton Hammer is a fantastic move. Charcadet, I'm not a super big fan of. It's okay, it's B. But its evolutions, I am obsessed with. I played Scarlet version, so I got Armor Rouge. And that goes in A. Fire Psychic's very cool. I like his arm things. I like his hair. But Cellaredge or Cellarouge, whatever, that's an S tier. It looks so cool with the like sword arms and the purple and black. It's genuinely one of my favorite designs out of this entire game. The Tentacool regional form, if you can call it that. It gets a D. Simply because of how it walks on its tentacles. I don't like the little steps it does. I think it's creepy. And you can go in there with it. You guys are a unit. Clodsire. Need I say more? Annihilate, I think is kind of cool. The ghost type's a bit funky. It's like it died out of rage. It's just not very useful from what I've found. So I think it will go in C. And King Gambit can go in C as well. I like that Bishop got another evolution. I like the concept behind it. I just think it's a bit weird that it sits on itself. That throws me off a little. But then we come to the Paradox Pokemon. Fair warning, the Scarlet Paradox Pokemon I prefer a million times better, so I think let's do Violet ones first. I don't remember all of their names, but the Phanpy evolution, the Donphan one, stupid. This thing's really cool. It's like the only Violet Paradox Pokemon I really like. Iron Hands, I will give a C purely because it's good in raid battles with Belly Drum. My issue with the Violet Pokemon is that they're just normal Pokemon but made of metal, and I think that's really a cop-out. They could have done something very cool. Iron Valiant also gets a C because they did something a little different with the swords. Iron Bundle is just a metal Delibird. This thing's just a metal Tyranitar. And the Hydreigon goes up to B because I like its metal rib wings, but again, it's just a Hydreigon made of metal. The Scarlet ones. This thing, again, don't remember what its name is. That gets a C. I don't like it. Sandy Shocks, actually, they can both get Ds. I actually don't like them. They look a bit weird. I get it, but they look a bit weird. Fluttermane gets a B. I think it's alright, actually. Screamtail gets a C, because I missed one of its shinies, and I'm salty about that. Great Tusk is awesome. That gets an A. It's really cool. Roaring Moon also gets an A. It's actually made me like Salamence, which I didn't think was possible. And then Slitherwing also gets an S up next to the Violet version. I don't do moths. I'm scared of moths in real life. But Volcarona's always been not a favorite, but an honorable mention of mine. And I think these two designs improved on it exponentially. They're both in S with each other because I think they're cool in their own ways. And then the Titan Pokemon. The Goldfish is going in C. It would be in D because of its typing and how it's not a water type. But I do like the Goldfish design, so it gets a C. The Mountain Snail can get a D. I don't like its eyes. The Moose can get a C because I like the detail of the sedimentary rock layers in it. And then the Sabertooth Cat goes up to S. This was another one that when I saw it, I wanted to use it on my final team until I found out it was like a super, super late game Pokemon and I wouldn't be able to. But I love like the Sabertooth Cat vibe, the Snow Leopard vibes. It almost looks like a ferret. It's got swords for teeth. It's just overall very, very cool. And then finally the legendaries in both their ride form and their normal forms. So again, I played Scarlet version, and the reason I picked Scarlet version was not only for Professor Sada, but because of Koraidon. I do not like Miraidon, which I know is a very unpopular opinion, but again, I get what they were going for with the whole future thing. It's very futuristic. I mean, it's a machine. But in saying that it's a machine, its eyes are like digital and it's got like turbo jets on its arms, and I don't like that it sits like a robot. Its ride form is better because it actually makes sense. But Miraidon itself I am putting in D. I'm sorry. Koraidon, I know everyone was hating on its ride form, but it does go a step above Miraidon for me. People were complaining because they're like, well, if it's got a wheel, why does it run yet? Because the whole point of Koraidon is that it's based in the past. It hadn't evolved yet to be able to use its wheel like Miraidon can. And even Cyclizar can't use its wheel very much either, that I know of, so it makes a lot more sense to me. It's one of those like residual limb sort of things, but before it became useful. And battle form Koraidon. Koraidon goes in A for me. I really love the feather design on it. It reminds me of like dinosaurs that had feathers and that sort of thing. It's really, really cool. The blue, the red, and the white and everything go really nice together. And I like the stance he's doing. He doesn't look silly. Yeah, I much prefer Koraidon to Miraidon personally. But this is the list overall. I do actually, I think that Gen 9 had some of the best Pokemon designs we've had in a while. And there's not many that I really genuinely hate, even out of the D tier. And as you can see from like B up, there's a lot that I really, really love. Even the C ones I don't mind. Most of the C ones are here just because they were a bit underwhelming, I suppose. So yeah, that's my list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to calmly share some opinions in the comments if you would like. Again, this is just my opinion. You are absolutely entitled to yours. Just don't be a dick about it. So yeah. hopefully you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like if you did, and follow along for more content like this. I do have a couple more tier lists planned, as well as some other things. I'm trying to aim for fortnightly uploads from here on out, so every second Sunday is my plan. But yeah, have a good time zone, and I will see you guys next time.